Nature gave Simpson Mastermark doors their rich texture, flowing grain, and natural wood color. You supply the rest. Simpson Mastermark doors are a natural. They add genuine warmth and style to any home, whether new or remodeled. They're a beautiful way to create lasting first impressions. And only Simpson Mastermark doors capture the rich feel, depth, and beauty of real wood with such elegance. But will Simpson Mastermark doors last as long as other doors? With proper care and finishing, the answer is yes. But beyond simply giving Simpson Mastermark doors long-lasting beauty, proper finishing can also improve long-term performance of the door, including helping to prevent problems associated with wood doors. And since you can stain wood to match any decorative treatment, staining and finishing is a great way to beautify an entrance. These entrances fitted with Simpson Mastermark doors are a beautiful testament. We'll cover the basic steps and methods of handling and finishing Simpson Mastermark doors. But since our information is by no means complete, always follow the Simpson Mastermark care and finishing instructions as well as the instructions of your paint or stain maker. You should always store our doors flat. Pick a level surface in a dry, well-ventilated area, and be sure to keep each door clean and free from dust. Since some of our doors contain glass, never walk on a package door unit. Also, avoid dragging doors across one another to prevent scuffing the door's surface. Unfinished doors are sensitive to the effects of humidity, so be careful not to subject our doors to extreme changes in humidity, such as forced heating used to dry out a building after plastering, and always let doors become acclimated to an area's average humidity before hanging. If you're going to store the doors on a job site for more than a few days, it's very important to seal all the door ends and edges. This will help stop moisture absorption. Getting the results you want from a finish is easier when you follow some simple pre-finishing steps. To begin with, hang the door to make sure it fits correctly. Now, check around the door for any gaps. Did you know the majority of energy lost in a doorway happens around the door, not through it? You can cut down on this energy loss by using a weather strip system on and around the perimeter of the door. If you need to adjust the door's height or width, make any necessary corrections now. Remember to rehang the door after the adjustments to make sure the fit is right. Immediately after hanging, begin your pre-finishing steps. Since wood panels float between the stiles and rails, you need to realign them prior to finishing and hanging. Use a radius wood block and hammer to realign the panels, being careful not to damage the door. Next, remove any fingerprints and handling marks by sanding the entire door lightly with a 180 grit sandpaper. After sanding, clean the door thoroughly with a tack cloth to remove all dust and other substances that might prevent the finish from adhering properly. A word of caution: never use caustic or abrasive materials when cleaning a door. Lastly, remember to remove the weather strip sweep from the bottom of the door before finishing. To set up a door for finishing, place the door on sawhorses, making sure the horses are stable and the door is secure. Be sure the area you use for finishing is well ventilated. Follow your stain manufacturer's directions on the type of ventilation needed for your particular application. To satisfy your warranty, make sure you cover all ends and edges with each and every coat that you apply to the door. You may want to use a pre-sealer to ensure a uniform color from the stain. Apply pre-sealer prior to the first coat of stain. For your stain coat, use a stain color that will complement the area in which you'll hang the door. As you can see, stain comes in a wide variety of colors. Be sure your stain is alkyd resin based because it will help seal as well as stain. Apply the stain coat by brush, cloth, or spray, depending on the manufacturer's recommendations. If you use a wiping stain, remove the excess by wiping along the grain with a cloth. Since this is an exterior door, don't use a lacquer-based toner or lacquer-based finish. Lacquer-based finishes are designed for interior applications only. The top coat you'll use as your door's clear finish will be one of two types, solvent-borne or water-borne. To pick a finish, consider the needs of your specific application. Then evaluate the relative characteristics of each type of finish. Solvent-borne clear finishes include oil base, alkyd resin base, and polyurethane resin base finishes. All have several distinct benefits. They dry fast, they have a hard finish, and they're very water resistant. You can also apply solvent-borne finishes under variable weather conditions, including cooler temperatures. Waterborne finishes have many fine characteristics too. For instance, waterborne finishes are very flexible. They have good exterior durability, and they offer great ultraviolet light resistance. When using a waterborne finish, take care not to apply the finish below 50 degrees Fahrenheit. You'll also need to allow for a long drying period. In fact, a waterborne finish may not cure for several weeks. And during this drying period, be sure to keep the door dry, since the finish is very water sensitive. While any number of quality finishes are available, we've chosen to apply our second coat using a polyurethane finish. You can apply this finish by spray or brush, depending on your finish manufacturer's recommendations. For optimum penetration of the finish into the door, some manufacturers recommend thinning the first coat of finish. It's important to properly finish all surfaces of the door. Cover the edges and ends with each and every coat of finish you apply to the door's exterior. Always make sure the doors are dry before adding additional coats or hanging the door. You need to apply more than 2 coats of finish for optimum results. 3 coats will help prolong the life of the door. Between coats, once the door is dry, scuff sand the surface before applying another coat. On doors with glass inserts, such as this door and many other Simpson Mastermark doors, flow the finish from the wood slightly onto the glass. This will create a watertight seal and protect the glazing material from drying out. All stain and clear finishes will perform much better if you protect them from the direct effects of sunlight and weather. You also won't have to refinish as frequently. The best type of protection is an overhang. If an overhang is not possible, or if the door has a southern or western exposure, use a light color stain to help minimize heat buildup in the door. You can use both oil base and latex resin base paints with success on wood panel doors. Oil base paints offer more resistance to the passage of water, liquid, and vapor, but latex resin base paints have better durability and color retention. Paint application is a 2-step process using both a primer and top coat. Always make sure both are made by the same manufacturer and that they're designed for use together. We recommend an oil-based primer followed by a latex resin-based top coat paint. To apply, use a brush or spray applicator recommended by the paint manufacturer. Interior doors don't have to withstand the stressful weather conditions that exterior doors contend with. But interior doors still have to hold up to the effects of moisture found in most homes, especially in bathroom and kitchen areas. Like exterior doors, you can stain interior doors any number of colors, letting you accentuate the area of the home in which you'll hang the door. We recommend a solvent-borne finish system for interior doors. Lacquer-based may be used. Apply the finish any number of ways, including spray or brush. If you decide to use a brush, it's best to use a pre-sealer prior to staining. For best results, apply a minimum of 2 clear top coats over the stain. Remember to carefully cover all edges and ends of the doors to satisfy the Simpson Mastermark door warranty. When painting an interior door, first seal the door with a good quality oil-based primer. Then, follow with 2 top coats of a solvent-based or latex enamel. The oil-based primer is needed to prevent moisture absorption into the wood, since latex finishes don't seal the wood from moisture vapor. As you can see, by properly finishing Simpson Mastermark doors, you'll enhance the rich texture and beauty inherent in the wood. There's also no question that finishing will improve wood door performance, giving you many years of long-lasting beauty. For a true design statement, always specify Simpson Mastermark doors, the handcrafted doors of extraordinary elegance. No one puts more time, effort, or resources into doors than Simpson. Again, remember to review our care and finishing instructions thoroughly before starting any project. To receive our complete care and finishing instructions for Simpson Mastermark doors, write to Simpson Door Company, Post Office Box 210, McCleary, Washington, 98557.